Joining me now are two members of the crossbench who've campaigned passionately on the National Anti-Corruption Commission, independents Kate Chaney and Allegra Spender. Great to have you both in the studio. Thanks for coming in. Kate, first to you, is this proposal good enough in your view? Particularly, I think, of the hurdle for public hearings.
Look, I think on balance, it's a pretty good package, and we really need to celebrate the fact that we've come this far, and that's largely due to the efforts of the crossbench. There are definitely still some things that we would like to see made more robust, and public hearings is one of those things.
Is that do you share that view on the public hearings front? Is the hurdle too great to have those?
Look, I'd say the same as Kate. I think that this is a great achievement to get to this stage, and I congratulate the PM and I congratulate the Attorney General and the government to getting here, and for those crossbenchers, because this is the first time we've had a National Integrity Commission legislation introduced into the Parliament by government, because previously it's always been the crossbench. In terms of the public hearings, you know, my view is that sunshine is important. You look in New South Wales, they do have a better test for public hearings, and we actually have more reports. We've had 39 reports in New South Wales versus I think only 14 reports in Victoria, which has the exceptional circumstances that is more like this model. So I think that we should actually change that model, and I will be looking very clearly in terms of what the committee is doing in this space.
Are you concerned, though, with the comment made by the attorney and certainly the opposition as well, that they're worried about potential to damage reputations before any finding of guilt or corruption is made?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that no one wants to see reputations ruined unnecessarily, but there are two tests in the draft bill at the moment, in that bill. The first is the public interest test, and many of the different jurisdictions across Australia have that, and it's up to the Commissioner to decide if it's in the public interest, and there's a list of criteria that he or she can take into account. And then on top of that, there's this exceptional circumstances test, and my big concern about that is that there's no definition of what exceptional circumstances are, and it will create the opportunity for challenge in the courts before there is any public hearing. And I think the public interest test on its own is probably adequate.
Do you have the similar view when it comes to that reputational damage question? Because we have seen it from time to time at corruption commissions around the country that someone who might be entirely innocent is dragged through the mud.
Look, if you look at New South Wales, only 5% of the hearings are actually public, and I think that I believe that public hearings should be used, carefully and thoughtfully, and it should be genuinely in the public interest. And we should be considering what are the other mechanisms to make sure that reputations aren't unfairly besmirched, because it's a really it's a significant concern. But let's be honest, corruption across government is also a very significant, serious issue. And I've already had emails from people in my electorate who are saying they want this sense of public openness around this, because this is really important in trust in our institutions and in our politicians.